you okay?
Who are you?
I am the Sewer Angel. I'm here to lead you to your new home.
How did I get here?
To be honest, I don't know. Would you like a recap of your life? Good answer. Here is where you were born, removed from your home, and turned into what you are now. The attraction caused groundwater and surface water to be contaminated, not to mention the chemicals from the mining process. We'll keep it short as they use an excessive amount of your kind right now. You were sent to this school and was thrown on the ground to prevent kids from falling. Quite the deed you did for them. However, your kind then gets kicked in the sewer grates to die or dissolve on their own. Your body will soon be transported to the bodies of water, increasing the salinity level of them. Not to mention you are highly erosive to the roads and pavement, causing damage to them too. Run along now. You've been here much too long. Go dissolve.
Next.
With us, we have Dr.
That's me.
Carl Mitchell, an associate professor of environmental science from the University of Toronto in Scarborough. Moving on to the first question. With the increase of salinity found in our water systems, how long do you think it will take to contaminate the Great Lakes?
Well, I think there's already some contamination of the Great Lakes, but there's some things we can do to turn that around. We have a lot of clues from impacts that are already happening in a lot of the streams that are draining into the Great Lakes. So in those areas where we have higher salinity levels, a lot of the organisms like invertebrate insects and other types of small organisms, fish that live in these streams, a lot of the organisms are not tolerant to very high salt levels. So what happens is when you have higher salt levels, the organisms that aren't tolerant start to go away.
So what would be some of the human impacts?
So some of the human impacts, so one of the issues that we see already in groundwater, so if in certain areas that are highly impacted by salt, there are some buildups in groundwater, and people who take their drinking water from wells, and if they have heart issues, for example, they already have some issues where their salt intake is actually much higher than it should be for people with heart issues. So if we get to a point in the Great Lakes or other areas where we take drinking water from and we have high salt levels in there, it could be a problem because the salt is really difficult to remove even with the drinking water cleaning processes that we have.
Is there any way to reverse the effects of salt in our water systems?
The main way to reverse what's going on with salt in our ecosystems right now is simply to add less. And so what we need is an opportunity for the natural ecosystems to flush themselves out in a much more natural way. And the only way to allow that to happen is to put less salt into the overall system.
Well, thank you for your time, and we will talk to you later.
My pleasure.
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Water Docs at School Action Projects, Learning for a Sustainable Future, also known as LSF, and Ecologos.